Falls here at Ireland AM. Now, according to Brightbook, roughly 40% of all proposals happen around the holiday season. But knowing which ring to get is no easy feat. So Sara Kennedy from the Irish Wedding Blog joins me now, and look at what you've brought us today,
I know,
Sara.
I have the best job.
We're spoiled for choice. Like, you know that we have to look at diamonds on a Sunday morning. It's not the worst thing in the world, is it?
Exactly,
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay, so before you even walk into a shop, are there things you should be thinking about?
Well, look, the number one thing is it seems like it's a very daunting experience, number one, and people think they have to blow all this money, and there's all this narrative that it has to be, 3 months' wages. It doesn't, okay? Work with the budget you have. If you go into, particularly the jewellers I'm about to talk to, you're going to find something. And the way jewellery and diamonds are priced in particular, they have a couple of determinants. So when you go and look in the window, go with what catches your eye. Don't worry about the detail later. It's when you go in and have that meeting with your jeweller that you can start to twist out those things. Yeah. But it's the 4 C's. They're your core things when you're buying any diamond that you're looking for. So number one, you've got cut. So you're going to see here, over the course of this, we're going to talk about the different cuts, and that's basically the shape of the stone in a very, very simple way. You then have clarity. So clarity is how clear and flawless the diamond is. Now, you'd be paying an absolute bomb for flawless, like completely flawless. Majority of what you're going to get, in Ireland for a diamond ring here, you're looking at a VV or a VS, which means very slightly, there's a little inclusion.
Okay.
Then you're going to go with the colour. So the colour is as clear as you can get. So the more crystal, that typical diamond look, the higher the grade that is, the more expensive it can get. And then you can see some stones a little bit yellow. And then finally, you're going right in at the very end, which is all about the carat. And that's the weight of the stone. Okay. So you'll see that there's different ones that might have a higher weight, but they're designed differently and it's spread a little different over the ring. And that can change up the price as well.
Okay, let's dive in then. You can show us what they're like.
Well, first of all, we've got a batch here from Fields. Now, I love this collection. This is from actually an Irish bridal designer who collaborated with Fields called Cathy de Stafford. She designs wedding dresses. So who else would you get to design beautiful, timeless pieces than Cathy? So first of all, we have our Layla here. And again, Selena Gomez got engaged in the last few days.
Blanco, fair play to
oh
him.
My God, the ring is stunning, but it was that oval shape. So you're going to see that oval theme running through what I'm about to show you, because I just know that's what everybody's going to be looking for. But this is it in a more of a vintage setting. So when we take a look here, you've got this beautiful oval setting in the middle with gorgeous claws on the side, just to lift that up and give it that real vintage look. And then we move on to Halley, which is slightly bigger in terms of its extension. And again, you've got those side wings, but you've got the diamonds running. Look at them running all the way around the side. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, so they are more classic, aren't they?
They are very classic, and this is definitely someone, and this is white gold. This is for somebody who might think, I do prefer that white gold platinum look. I do prefer that vintage style, and that's perfect for them. Real timeless pieces.
Yes, and because I think sometimes you can worry, like if I go too on trend, it might date
out.
And
you know what?
Classic.
This is it, and anything you see here today is classic. It's timeless.
Okay, good to know.
Now,
moving on.
I'm moving on to Shoopy, who is absolutely phenomenal Irish brand. She's just brilliant. She's got such a beautiful design collection. So with Shoopy's collection, she's designed those rings herself. Everything is crafted here in Ireland, and everything is a story, and she'd be very romantic about the idea of what jewellery should be, and just engagement being a moment and everything telling a story. But what she does really nicely, you can get your pieces here, and this is like classic Selena Gomez.
Yes.
So we've got the oval ring here, but I want to show you what they do, which I love, which is a signature piece with Shoopy, is how you stack them.
Right.
So let's take, for example, we've got a wedding band, which I'm going to give you a little demo just so you can get an idea. So that's your wedding band, and people get awful daunted by, oh God, if I go for oval, what wedding band would I get?
Yes.
There you go, because there's always a lift which allows you to put a wedding band in.
Okay.
Now, this is where we get into the final piece here. So when you take a look, see here when you stack, you've got this absolute abundance of diamonds just staring back. That's your eternity, your wedding band, isn't it?
It's like
absolutely
putting a hat of diamonds onto another diamond.
It's relentless. And do you know what I think as well is, what it tells you, like if I take this away, and we'll have a look, and you just have this on its own, initially people will go, oh, okay, I've got one single stone, but remember, you're going to be stacking this over a period of time because you have your wedding band. And so you can really elevate a look just by thinking about your eternity and your wedding band, and I love that. And you can see here, we've got the oval then in the trilogy set. So we saw in the first one, you've got that single stone, but the trilogy is absolutely stunning, and that actually gives people just that little bit more of a layer if they feel like they've got a wider finger. It's kind of a nice piece to sit, but the trilogy tells so many stories. But look at that.
Oh, the sparkle.
Absolutely stunning.
Honestly, you'd need sunglasses looking at them.
Exactly. Now, these are lab-grown diamonds, which is a really sustainable and ethical choice, and actually it's cheaper than a mined diamond. Like, I won't even go into the details, but you know, when you're buying a lab-grown diamond, you're doing better.
Okay.
You know, plus the price point is always better as well.
They look phenomenal.
They're phenomenal. There is no difference.
You wouldn't
know. They are chemically identical.
And that's coming from an expert.
Yes,
so,
yes. And look, it's coming from every jeweler. Every jeweler's moving this way, from Fields to Shoopy and to our next display as well. They are all moving to lab grown because it's better, and they can get people better quality and just at a greater price
as well.
At a better price.
So let's move on to these then, Sara.
Now this is for something a little bit different. So as we saw with the other two, there's a set design and then you can pick and choose that design. But with this one, with Bespoke Diamonds, I love Martin and the team here. They're again Irish company, but what they do is you can build your ring from scratch. Now they do have a collection, but if you go in and say, well, I want this, you know, carat stone, and I want this cut, and I want a little bit of this and a little bit of that, they will sketch that up and design your personal ring, which is similar to what you did for your own jewellery. But look at this one. This is a complete, a little bit of a spin on what Selena did. So it's the square
I
oval.
think that's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? And look at the wedding band to go with it. And again, let me show you this, because again, people get worried when they see, you know, a stone that's extending out. They worry, well, how will I get a wedding band to go with it?
Yeah.
Again, there's always a lift on the claw, which allows you to then
let's get a close
lift
up on
it up.
that.
See?
Look at that.
It all fits in.
So the band
it's
just sits in behind the big
exactly.
rock.
But look, you need to go in and you know, try all these things on. But again, lab-grown diamond, absolutely stunning.
Okay, let's have a look at this last one.
And this final one, this is our oval with our side claws with the more of a traditional look. Again, you've got that almost like it's the trilogy, but you've got that single stone side claw, and then you've got your plain wedding band. 18 karat gold, lab-grown diamonds here in Ireland. Stunning.
Sara, thank you so much. What a romantic time of year to get engaged as well, isn't
I know.
What
and
a
look,
Christmas present.
if you run out of ideas for Christmas presents, there you go.
I don't think anyone will run out after that. Sara, thank you so much for coming to us that today. If you want to hear more from Sara, you can visit the Irish Wedding blog. Now we'll take a quick break, but still to come, Kerry Funnyman Bernard Casey is spreading some festive cheer. R&AM is back in 3.